Have you ever held back from sharing your sound reel on social media platforms, fearing that it's just not perfect yet? Today, we're breaking down why keeping our sound portfolio to ourselves might be our biggest setback, and how to overcome the fear of vulnerability when it comes to sharing our sound reel online. Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Mastering Post-Production Sound. My name is Joel. I am a sound re-recording mixer. I've been part of the post-production sound industry for the past 16 years, and I'm here to help you navigate the sometimes murky waters of the post-production sound industry. So today I want to go a little deeper when it comes to the fear of sharing our work online. If you're a sound editor, a sound designer, you know that there's an aspect to this industry that involves you sharing your portfolio, your sound reel. Now, whether that's original stuff you were hired to work on, content online, TV, film, or if you're an aspiring sound designer and don't know where to start, oftentimes sound designers will start by redesigning projects, whether it's a scene from your favorite game or your favorite anime show, your favorite show online, whatever it is. Perhaps it's a commercial even. There's some really cool graphic design out there when it comes to the commercial space. Whatever it is, there comes a point where you need to put your stuff out there. You need to put together your best work and showcase that. Think of it as a digital sonic resume, okay? You're putting your best work, whether it's, stuff in the gaming world, stuff in the narrative world, commercial world, and you're putting that out there for potential clients and for people to potentially hire you. Call it your calling card, for lack of a better word. But I want to talk to you about the fear and the vulnerability that's involved here. There are some of us who it just comes very easy and natural to share our work with people online. Working in this space, in this environment, I have to admit there is a very vulnerable aspect to it, because we essentially are putting ourselves out there. When we mix something, when we design something, and then we show somebody that, it's almost like the artist, the singer who shares a song and they want the feedback. They want people to love their performance, but there's that part of it that questions, part of us that questions, what if it's not good enough? What if they don't like it? And it's the same thing for sound professionals. What if they don't like the mix? What if they don't like this, animal design or this sound design for this edit, whatever, or dialogue edit even? That exists. It's a real thing. I've sat here on mix stages like this and have been nervous about what the director's going to say, what the producers are going to say, the showrunners, creators. Maybe they like it. Maybe they hate it. I've had directors and producers and people say, "Ooh, it's not good. Let's try this all over." I've had people say, "Oh my God, it's amazing. I have no notes. It's awesome." You run the gamut of emotions when it comes to feeling that vulnerability. That being said, as you start to put yourself out there, some of us are going to feel those feelings of vulnerability, and some of us are going to experience fear of putting it out there for people to judge. Like, what if people hate it? What if people think I'm terrible? I'm just going to tell you this right now. It's important for you to put your material out there, because especially if you are beginning in this industry, nobody knows who you are. How do you expect anybody to hire you if they don't know what your work sounds like or what you're capable of doing? So I always encourage people to put your work out there. Now, there's that fear, right? There's that fear of saying like, well, if I put it out there, people might not like it. And there's that perfectionism of, well, it needs to be perfect. I need to first, I need to update this, or I need to try, get this a little bit better. I'm here to encourage you, to tell you to just put the stuff out there. Put this stuff out there, because right now you may not be known. And right now you're putting all your eggs in one basket for this one project, this one sound reel, this one redesign to be everything. And I'm telling you right now, it's not. The first time you put content online, nobody's going to watch it. Nobody's going to watch it. Nobody's going to care. Nobody knows that they need to care. Of course, you want them to care, right? We want them to care about our work. We want them to say, hey, that was an awesome redesign, or that sound design is awesome. That edit is great. That mix is awesome. Of course, we want that. But nobody's going to give us that feedback if they don't know we exist first. So I've mentioned this on some social media platforms before, but social I can't say it today. Social media is free marketing. And if you're a sound designer, sound editor, mixer, aspiring post-production sound, a sound person wanting to get into this industry, break in, get clients, get working, people need to know who you are. And so as you put together your sonic reel, understand that this is going to be part of it. Find the social media platform that resonates the best with you. It could be YouTube here, YouTube Shorts. It could be TikTok. It could be Instagram Reels. It could be LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever one that you know well, start there. You will eventually want to trickle into other platforms, but just start with what you know. And I tell you that not to discourage you. And I tell you that when you first start putting your videos out there, nobody's going to watch them, right? I'm telling you this because I heard an interview from Mr. Beast, and he was talking about that fear that we have of it needing to be perfect as he's a content creator. And I know that this is not what we're talking about. We're not content creators, but we're creatives putting our work out there, especially when we're wanting to get hired or we want to get our name out there. When we put our stuff out there, Mr. Beast was saying, your first video, nobody's going to watch. And on top of that, it's going to suck. It's going to be terrible, right? So that being said, he said, you just got to keep posting. He's like, get to 100 videos, and then I'll start talking to you about hey, how do you make it better? Now, because you've had that practice of getting the reps in of shooting something, or rather coming up with an idea, shooting something, editing it, posting it, working on thumbnails and whatnot, all the research. So we just have to start sometimes. I know a lot of people say that. Just pick it up and start. Gary Vee, you'll talk about that too. Just put out 10 pieces of content a day. You know why they tell you to put 10 pieces of content a day? Because everybody is vying for this right here, attention. This phone has so much power, right? So much attention. We're all fighting for this because so many people are on it. So those content gurus, whatnot, they tell us, go out there, make all these contents, make 10 pieces, put it out there, because it's the law of averages, right? And law of averages in business, right, will tell you that, for salespeople, if you want to make more sales, you have to make more offers. So if you're new to sharing your sonic reels, your sound reels, your redesigns online, understand that you have to start somewhere. But those who win at the game are those who are constantly sharing. You're constantly getting eyeballs and ears on your work. So if we want to be one of those people who are in demand, who are getting the attention, then we have to accept that sometimes perfectionism holds us back. We have to stop saying, oh, I needed one more pass at it or one more thing. Who cares? Get it out there. Work on those things and get those sound reels up so that other people can listen to them. So we have to be okay with being imperfect. There's no such thing as perfection. And trust me, I've let perfectionism hold me back far too many times in my career and in my life. And I'm telling you, without the personal growth, development, and journey I've had the last almost 7 years, I would not be able to be here today. So we have to be willing and accept, we have to accept imperfection in our life. There's no such thing as perfection. There's just progress toward our goals, progress towards the things we want, even if they're baby steps, one baby step after another. So I want to encourage you, if you're an aspiring sound designer, sound editor, get those sound reels out. Start sharing them. I know it feels big. I know it's scary. I get it. But trust me, no one cares that much, right? No one really cares that much. So we need to give them a reason to care by putting more content out there, putting it out there. Realize not many people might watch the first one, but then you put a second and a third and a fourth and fifth. By the 10th one, you're better than you were the first time. By the 100th one, now you have a little bit of a following. You have some people that are interested and really think that your work is awesome. You have no idea whose eyes and ears will land on your social media page, where you're sharing your content. You have no idea where it's going to land. But at the same time, you can't get your work in front of people without actually sharing it. So many of us have sites. You may have a website where you host it. I'm going to encourage you to find the platform that works for you. Find the social media platform that works for you and just start posting. You have to get it in front of eyeballs. People don't know you exist. And the way we get them to know we exist is by sharing and being consistent with our sharing. So today, I want to encourage you to not let perfectionism get in the way. Because again, there's no such thing as perfectionism. Maybe you start small, and maybe that's by setting a realistic goal for yourself. If you're new to sharing your sound reel online, start by maybe sharing once a week. Because trust me, if you're letting the fear overtake you, then you need to start small. And I get it. So start small, because what you have is good enough. Start there. Go ahead. Set that realistic expectation, maybe once a week. Maybe for some of you, it's twice a week, or maybe it's 3 times. Maybe it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You're posting some kind of redesign, but set the schedule that works well with you, and just start. Just start there. You're going to be surprised, because you're going to find that your confidence level slowly over time is going to build. You're going to be more confident in sharing your reel, which then in turn, as you think about it, you're going to be able to then pitch to other people when an opportunity does come up to maybe sound design or sound edit or mix a project. Your confidence level is much higher. And now you can send them to your social media, to your page, and they can check it out. So realize that the fear of it not being perfect is holding you back from potentially landing a job, an opportunity that can change everything for you. So today, let me encourage you, just start. Go out there and do it. I know it's terrifying. Trust me. It's in this industry, because we're so creative, we're so creative, we have the tendency to allow other people's opinion of our work to really cut deep. I know that it's been the case for me. So let me encourage you by letting you know that you're not alone. We feel it. I feel it when I sit down and I mix, and I sit down and I put my creativity to work, and I start mixing, this is really cool. I really think this is a great idea and it's awesome. And then someone might be like, I don't know, it doesn't sound good. What if it has the ability to cut me down. But I accept that this is such a subjective art form mixing, designing, realize that, subjectivity in this is inevitable. Everything is subjective. Mixing is subjective, designing is subjective. So do what you do, because I know you do it well, and you do belong in this industry, and start sharing that with other people so they know who you are. They need to know the genius, the creative side of you, because you are here and you do belong. So get started, start posting, and if you're new to this, start small. Get those expectations down, start little, but just, again, the word of the day, start. Just start. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you're new to this. Let me know if you're a new subscriber to the channel. I'm very happy that you are here today, and I just want to thank you for taking time to journey alongside with me to share things like this, because fear is a real thing. I get it. But I want to encourage you to face your fears straight on and start to post. Start to put yourself out there. People need to hear your work. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Mastering Post-Production Sound. If you're new to the channel, be sure you click the subscribe button. You check that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And of course, leave a comment and share this with anybody if you found it helpful to yourself. I almost had a brain fart right there. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks.